podcast, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like,
Follow,
share,
subscribe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you want to get to know the boys, if you want to talk some shit with the dudes, if you want to learn some fun facts, and of course,
you want to hook up?
don't be pocket watching unless you watching Pocket Watch podcasts.
You heard?
Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Another week.
Don't be pocket.
Another week. Another week. So this episode, we're only gonna talk about what Jacob wants to talk about.
Okay.
All
Let's start with the LGBTQ first, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Yep. Starting with the L. Love you guys.
Yes. The B. Don't be a bitch.
Yep.
The
What
Q.
is black is being. What does B mean?
Bi.
Oh, bye. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that's fucking crazy.
I
that
saw
B means black.
I saw a video, and it was hilarious because the video was like LGBTQ. Why don't we just call them gay? If you're lesbian, you're gay.
You're gay.
If you're gay,
Yeah,
you're gay.
you're gay.
He's
If
like,
you're
if
bi,
you're
you're gay.
He's like, if you're bi, you're gay.
If you're queer, you're gay.
he's like, and what's another word for queer? Gay.
He's right. Yo, 100%. I mean, it's all gay.
Yeah, that shit was so funny, bro. I
Yeah,
was
we,
like, yo,
we don't have any names.
we're getting canceled right now. Off
But
rip.
gay's not saying a bad thing. They're gay.
They're gay.
Yo, but did you guys see that Joe Biden dropped out of the race?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was smart move.
Oh.
Smart move.
Okay. Yeah. Anything. Because I got something on that.
That was crazy.
And I got something unpolitical on that. So, all right. And we get that. Oh. Papi, tranquilo.
That just sounds sexy.
I got
God.
that slur.
I've never heard that sound before.
So I've been getting into something.
Kinky?
No, but so okay. In general, Biden drops out, right?
Yeah.
In my mind, I don't care what they do with Kamala. I don't care. It was before he dropped out, Trump won in my mind. After he got
whooping his
got
ass,
shot.
yeah.
But especially when he got shot, it's like, okay, we got a legend here. Like, this is over. Okay, enough of that. They always say the market crashes right before elections.
Okay.
Or like leading up to the election, the market is constantly kind of dropping.
It's volatile.
It's way
Inconsistent.
more volatile, and then usually right after, depending, it like shoots right back up, right? So when I first heard Biden dropped out of the market, dropped out of the election or whatever, I was like, wow, what does that mean for the market? Because in my mind, when Trump became a legend, I felt like he won regardless. I was like, I wonder if that changes the market. And then B, when Biden drops out, it's even more clear that Trump's going to win. And it's like, are we going to see it sooner? Are we going to see a crash / higher volatility now? And then maybe even before November, it's going to be more clear who's going to win.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's a lot more unpredictable because we haven't really seen that often. So, like, the quote unquote drop or whatever of the market, because at the end of the day, when people think Biden's gonna win, the market's dropping a little bit, right? And then so I was like, is it really gonna drop or whatever now? Like this changes the projection of when there's gonna be a new president and new legislation, new whatever. And I was just wondering if that was gonna change how the market reacts to elections in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just so happens that the market started to crash today a little bit.
I didn't notice it. Yeah. Everything crashed today.
Everything was down like 3 or 4%. Like
Yep.
all the markets were down. So I'm like, okay, like, is this early because of like, I don't know. And it probably has zero to do with the elections. And maybe we'll see the same trends or whatever. But I was just wondering what y'all thought about that. Because I saw some people kind of say, don't expect what you usually see in election years, because this is a totally different situation where a lot of people are pretty much putting 70% confidence on Trump winning. So it's kind of like,
I think Trump has a less of a chance winning now than he did whenever Biden was in.
I mean, I don't know why, bro.
Because
I
of
don't know why,
Kamala?
but everyone hates Kamala.
nobody likes Kamala, bro.
Yo, like that was the wrong candidate to say, yo, why do you endorse her when nobody wants her? And I'm not saying I have any
social media, bro.
I have no notion
the
for
fuck
her.
out of
I
them.
have no
I'm
feelings
telling you.
towards her. I don't care for her. I don't care for Trump. I don't care for nobody.
I've already seen the Kamala wave on social media starting.
Not my president. Yo, I don't support you. They're legit making memes like that, and it's like, what the fuck?
But those are a lot of the Trump supporters, bro. I'm telling you, everybody that was pro Biden hopped obviously over to Kamala immediately.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people that were like, with Trump are now automatically on Kamala. And a lot of people are like, one thing that they did was, what was really smart was, you know how when the whole Trump getting shot thing, him coming out to 50 Cent, all that stuff, it kind of pulled a lot of the black community. Now they're endorsing a black woman to be president.
Yeah, but I don't even think. I don't know, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. From what I've seen on social media, it's creating a yank, bro.
I'm sure it's a pull. I'm not gonna deny it's a different energy that has entered the race.
There's a reason why people are starting to switch, because a lot of Democrats that were kind of coming off of Biden, a lot of their argument is that Biden's really old. The man can't even like talk. The man can't even like think for himself.
Bro,
you know what I mean? And now a lot of them are kind of pushing towards Kamala. I'm telling you, bro.
The sad part, bro. I think I know she's bringing a good energy or whatever. I would be crazy surprised if she won. Like, I don't think
I would be fucking shocked.
People that are like, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, and this is my little bubble, like people that are in the middle, Kamala's not making them switch. And I feel like
I've already seen some people online.
But we cannot deny the amount of fucking white people in this country. So like she's got to go through not being the first woman, but also being a black president, which has already happened or whatever. But like that's hard, bro. Like for given the demographic of the United States is all I'm saying. And I just don't. I think that's why they made Biden president and her vice president, to catch a broad spectrum, because they felt like, all right, those that are kind of not with it, they're gonna kind of lean with Biden or whatever. But like we can get a lot of the black vote, women vote, all this. I'm not gonna deny it's a good energy. I don't think it changes. I mean, I thought Trump was gonna win this election anyways. After you guys,
there's already
Biden drops out, bro. Democrats look crazy.
There's already over 2 million illegals that are now registered to be able to vote.
Yes,
already over 2 million.
And they all vote.
I don't know why I said yes. I have no idea.
Nah, bro.
Mr. Trump.
There's never been a more scared person. Like, bro, every Cuban I've ever met is Republican as fuck.
Yeah,
yeah, but a lot of those
Mexicans,
a lot of those illegals, bro. They do interviews for them, bro. There's people who go down to the border and they like talk to them, stuff like that. And a lot of them, bro, they're not. A lot of those people are not. And the reason why they're not is because of the Project 2025 scare. They're going to deport all of them and all this stuff like that. So now all of them are like, oh, we're not going to vote for that way. Why? Because so we can get deported after we just got here.
It depends on how fast they get their papers. As soon as they get their papers, they're like, get these motherfuckers out of here.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Hits my hand. That motherfucker, I don't know who he is.
That's literally what happens when somebody's trying to get their documents. They're Democratic, and the second that they usually get their documents, then they're like, "Oh, fuck them."
Yeah, I don't want to give my money to nobody.
But okay, outside of politics, because we've been politics the last couple of episodes.
Yeah, we can't be.
So what was really funny with the market thing is, I've been trying to convince Kristan to put money in the market, right? Because we got a little chunk or whatever from the wedding. I'm like, we're not spending all of this. We need to throw some money in the market. We've been going through our finances, whatever, and I'm just like, okay, if you've been saving X amount over 5 years, what you're telling me is you're leaving $3,000 on the table, to be honest with you. Because, you know, like, and I'm trying to explain this to her or whatever. And so I kind of got her to agree to throw some of our money into the market. And B, that's why I was like, is the market going to crash because of the election? Because I would love to get in like at that time. Yeah. You know what's hilarious is I threw a chunk in this morning.
No.
And it went straight down.
You're supposed to wait.
I know, bro. You're always supposed to do something.
What'd you throw it onto?
I'm still fine. It was like a couple index funds.
Okay, index funds are
slow. But I doubled down.
Yeah.
I went into Microsoft at the end of today. Microsoft was down heavy
at the end, though, right?
Yeah, probably like 330.
Because it probably has a little more wiggle. Remember, you gotta find its lowest point. It has more wiggle room to go down. But
it could hit 400, but it's not going below that. I don't think.
Okay.
But anyways, and what was funny is I was trying to explain to her, and I walked over to her, and literally by the time I walked to her desk and signed into my Fidelity account, the market was crashing, and she was like, "What the fuck is this, Cruz?" And there was red all over. I was like, I've been looking at this shit for years, and it's been green.
Oh shit!
And I was like, just look at total column. Don't look at today's column or whatever. Like today's a bad day, but it made me think because the amount of battling, bro, it was
That's
so bad.
funny, bro.
Like you just had a whole point you gave her,
but
just
now,
to show her this.
But
shit.
then right after that, I was like, actually, babe, we should throw more in. Like, I don't know how to explain this to you, but this is like, imagine they have 20% off on all these stores. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's happening right now.
This is like Amazon Day all over.
It's a prime deal. Like,
yeah.
Get in now, get out.
So I ended up taking my own money out and putting it in by the end of the day because I didn't feel good about it. But it was like a battle, and it's this, and I was like, man, it made me think of that theory where it's like poor people spend, middle class saves, and the rich people invest.
Yeah.
And it's not like, and it's like, just think of it as mindsets. Don't think of it as assets. And it's like, you could have a lot of money but have a poor person mindset, right? And just spend. And it's like, and you could have middle class money and and that's what we're battling. I'm trying to battle Kristan's. I need as much money in my savings account as possible. Yeah. Let's put it into something with value or whatever. But it is not an easy thing to break, bro. Like, I totally understand that concept now, like, completely. Like, going through it with Kristan, I'm like, and by no means do I think I have a rich person mindset. Like,
yeah, but you know,
it's like
explaining it.
It's the nice thing is when we started having these conversations, I was already doing it for 2.5 years. So then whenever she started talking about certain things like CDs, this and that, yeah, I was like, cool. That's great. I was like, something is better than savings account. So cool. I was like, but just so you know, I was like, if that CD is giving you 5% over 6 months, 10% over a year, that's cool. That's great. I was like, but you know, I'm at 30% over 2.5 years. I was like, so I'm kind of beating them. Right. I was like, and this is all they're doing. When you put it in a CD, it's saying you can use my money to go make money as long as you give me 5% back. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they're like, thank you. Cause I'm gonna go make 10, 20, 30%. And then I'll give you your 5%. I was like, they're doing the same thing as us. They're doing index, ETFs, and then they're getting sexy with some stuff here and there. And I was like, that is the portfolio. But it was really hard to explain that. And then I was like, it's the same. I was trying to explain it. And I was like, what's the best way to explain it?
I don't explain it smart.
Because I was like, all right, there's two things happening here. And it's kind of like a house. I was like, on one hand, you're taking cash. Like a piece of gum 20 years ago was 10 cents. A piece of gum today is $1.99 to buy a 5 gum or whatever pack of gum you want. So I was like, that's inflation. That's not that the value of gum has went up. That is the value of the dollar has went down. So that's happening. But at the same time, if gum started making you smarter, or like your area of your house became more poppin', actually people see gum as more valuable, or your house is more valuable. So it's like there's an inflation thing there and there's a value thing going on, and all we're doing is doing it with companies. I was like, that's the stock market. You're just doing it with companies.
Yeah, and you're doing it a safer route too. You're not doing it in a sense of you're just buying fucking like you're not doing the way I do it, which is way smarter. You're smart.
We're not day trading.
Yeah, you're doing indexes, ETFs. You're actually buying stocks. You're holding it down.
No options, nothing like that.
That's the safest way to go, and that's the smartest way to go, because you will get your money in return, and you don't have to sell because you know that it's going to go back up to where you need to get to eventually. So I mean, that's all you got to tell her. That's the reality.
That's what I'm trying to explain, because eventually it's like, obviously real estate or whatever is the best thing, but it's like, okay, if you're trying to build to what you need to buy a house, like here's a tool we can use. Yeah. Right? Well, instead of keeping it stashed in the thing, in the bank account, you put it into the market, and you got something that has value, an index fund that has Microsoft, all these other companies, and then even if the dollar goes down, Microsoft's still Microsoft. Yeah. So that technically it's going up because of that. But also, if Microsoft comes out with this crazy AI shit, the value of the company is also going up. I don't know. I was trying to see how to explain it, but she gets annoyed when I talk that way.
Yeah, I don't explain it. Like, I try to explain it to Samara because I was show Samara my account, and I'd be like, all right, so you see this? If I put 5,000 here for 2025, she's like, 5,000? I was like, all right, but listen, all right? And this is after I just lost like 1,000. So it's like, all right, but listen, all right, bro, I know this stock, I guarantee it's going to go to this point here. And then she'll start fighting me back and
forth.
Yours
is harder to explain.
No, it's harder
to explain. Trading is
I've lost
gambling.
I've gotten, 1,000, 2,000 in a day before, but I've also lost 1,000, 500, 600 in a day. So it's like, and I always told her each time I won and lost, so she can never justify.
I can't day trade, bro.
Day trading is no different than the guy that's like keeping up with all the sports teams and doing sports betting. It's like, it's a knowledgeable gamble. It's not like Russian roulette. Yeah. That's fucking, may the odds be in your favor. it's a little bit of a knowledgeable gamble, but it's still you're gambling for sure. Versus some of the ETFs, index, some of those or whatever, it's like, yeah, I mean, every one of those most of those you look at 5 years and it's up and to the right. 1 year up and to the right, whatever. So it's like those ones, it's like I don't understand why more people do it. I never understood why more people didn't do it until I went back and forth with Chris and I was like, yeah, no, it's not easy to see a number in your bank account go low and then see something that you kind of don't have control of, like that balance going up. It's kind of scary.
You know, it sucks.
Until you give it time.
Until you get used to it. And then you realize, yo, don't panic. Don't rush. It's the time. You know, give yourself enough in between time for it to go back to position.
That's why I can't day trade, because I know that, like, when I have the mentality that, like, I'm in something for the long run, I don't give a fuck if it drops off, because it's like, that money to me is like, okay, that's like, I'm not going to touch that money for a while. But day trading, I can't sleep at night, bro.
I don't put enough effort in.
When I put a large sum of money into something for day trading, I don't sleep, bro.
Yeah, no.
I can't, bro. Like, it fucks with me mentally. But like, if I have, I could put 5 times the amount of money in something long term, and I don't even give a fuck, bro.
I put another chunk in NVIDIA.
I mean, yeah, because at first, like for NVIDIA, and that's the only one I regret, because that was at about 500. And I told Samari, and I didn't put that 5,000 in like I wanted to, because I don't day trade. I kind of option trade, which it could be weeks, months before my expiration date. I was gonna put 5,000.
Options can be way more dangerous than day
fuck it,
trading.
completely more dangerous, completely more. But as long as you're not doing puts, I don't do puts. That's where I draw my line. I can only lose what I put in. I was gonna put a call option on a video. I was gonna say I was gonna get to 900, and I was putting it for like it was November or December of this year. But I was gonna do this. This is back in February, and it was at 600, and I said I was gonna get to 900. Never put it in. Because Samari made me second guess myself, and that's why I stopped talking to her, because she made me second guess myself. I'm like, bro, I've been watching this stock since it was at 130. I know this fucking stock is, I did my research. I knew all this shit. But I was like, you know what? Fuck. I didn't want to risk it. Long and behold, that bitch went to $1,000 something, and now it even split the stock into half. And now
came back up to 140.
Bruh.
That'd have been a nice.
That would have been a fucking great return.
Another good idea you guys can always look at is buying some land or something like that.
No, that's what the goal is.
Yeah, that's.
We just don't have enough to buy it, so it's like, okay, instead of just stacking cash until we can buy it, why not stack it in the market and let it make a little bit for us, and then we do it. You know, that's the ultimate goal. I was like, everything we're doing is to buy real estate.
It's to buy. Well, you can start by buying land.
Yeah.
Find land plots, and because you can pick up land in like not developed areas right now for 20, 40, 50 grand.
Yeah,
right?
but it gets in the way. It's hard, and everybody has their own.
And you don't even care about those monthly payments, because you know you put 20% down and you have monthly payments on what's fucking 20 grand monthly payment over 30 years. You know what I mean? You put $4 grand down.
Yeah.
You fucking what's $16,000.
The hard part is like I don't want to put work in. So like I'm also, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the easiest way is our next house. We buy it without selling this house. That's my easiest way of going about acquiring real estate.
Yeah,
is like
that's easy though, because Christine still got her FHA.
Not when we're married.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Even though we're married?
Yes, she still has her FHA even though you're married. Yes, sir.
And then we don't need 20%, right?
Then you don't need 20%.
What was our interest rate look like?
It doesn't matter.
It's like, cool, you're buying an $800,000 house with $50K income. How the fuck is this look? Because by the time 5 years from now, bro, 5 years from now, a nice house is $800K easy.
I truly believe that I truly believe in the next 5 to 10 years, we're gonna see probably a 15% at least drop in property.
No, yeah, we're already seeing kind of a slow market, or a slower market now than it was
right now. The market's correcting a little bit, but I think we're gonna see
even a more significant.
I think we're gonna see even more.
It's been corrected. The correction was and then now
but like the amount of people just like
it's
fucking throwing offers on properties are significantly slowed down.
The market's slowing down.
Because it's not an we were used to an investment market for how long? Why?
For a shit ton.
The interest rates.
Investors sitting in fucking Minnesota is like, okay, I could buy this house for $800,000. I think there's some bullshit houses I could buy in Oklahoma for a couple $100,000. No fucking way. There's a house in Kissimmee for $250,000. Are you kidding me? And that's the only state that's open. Like, we were living in an investment state.
Well, we don't know that at the
Bro,
time.
the amount of people that I heard like selling houses not to people during that time when
Yeah.
the market was crazy hot, you know?
No, I
Yeah.
told you I did a lot of closings for people, but
Investment people, right? I
yeah.
mean,
But the thing is, though, is a lot of investors, man, if they didn't get out of their stuff in time, bro, they're being consumed right now with the losses.
yeah.
It's rough right now, bro. Especially in certain markets. Certain markets right now are rough. Believe it or not, one of the markets that like really fell on its face hard, bro, surprisingly, Tampa, St. Pete area.
Tampa got
Tampa
fucking
got
hit.
fucked, bro.
Hits.
Why?
I don't
Because
know
they were artificially high. They were higher than what they
Bro,
should have been.
Yeah, he's so right.
And they got demolished,
Like
bro.
it's
Right
one of
now,
the negatives. Like I saw the numbers, I forgot what it was. It's super
Tampa
negative.
was rough. And the worst, but the crazy part is, remember when I was told you I was looking at buying a place, like getting a house and flip it like that? Remember I was looking at it, and I remember I was coming back and telling you, like, I was so weird because, like if I look at the, came back and told you that if I looked at the past, like if I looked at what sold, I can, whenever I'm on my comps for my ARVs like that, it's easy to be like, oh, this property is easily worth this amount. But when I look at future projections, I'm like, there's no way that this property is even remotely, like even close to what the ARV is. But if you look at the past sold, it's like easily justified for this ARV. But if you look at what's current and future projections, there's no way.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
But they got hit hard, bro.
At the end of the day, though, it's like, Tampa's gonna be all right, bro. Because
But
it's
they
so
gonna be
fucking
like,
nice.
like
out
when I
there.
say Tampa got hit hard, bro, I mean like
They
it got
gonna
hit like
be all right,
30%.
but they're
Yeah.
they're not really gonna be like as crazy as you thought it was gonna be. Because I mean,
Yeah.
Tampa's great and all, yes, but Tampa's not like Miami. You're not gonna sit here and pretend it's the next fucking Miami.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna be $900,000 properties for a single family fucking home in the middle of like, you know, by the Buck Stadium.
Yeah, the only thing is missing. Well, I don't. Yeah. I can see it being more artificially inflated than like an Orlando was because of what happened.
I can't
I
tell
just
you
don't
why.
see. I don't see us being able, unless there's a market crash for some reason, like a COVID or like a 2008 or something like that. Go ahead, go take it, Papa.
You're good. We can finish.
We'll finish here in 5 minutes. Unless there's something like that, I don't see us buying a house in Tampa for $250 anytime soon. Which would
Fix and
no.
flips. Fix and flips.
was
Fix and flips, yeah.
no, like a nice house, like buying this house,
Oh no.
your house, whatever in Tampa. We're not gonna see that.
Not for 250, but you're not too far off, bro.
It'll take a crash, bro.
I'm telling you right now, for low 300, you can go pick up a nice house in Tampa and St. Pete right now, bro.
Really?
There's houses that have been on the market for fucking 5 months, bro.
Times
4
are
months.
changing.
6 months actually now. Yeah, there's houses that have been on the market for 6 months now.
Really?
7 months, yeah, bro.
Huh?
Times are changing.
I'm telling you, bro. Tampa. I don't know what happened. I felt like Tampa had a big boom, and that's like the thing. I don't know what caused this to happen to Tampa. And I
mean,
think what
that
happened was,
airport, everything.
I think Tampa had like a really, really big, strong push, and I think a lot of the people that wanted to go to Tampa, they moved there when they did, and I feel like a lot of the push has kind of slowed down, and I feel like a lot of people dumped a lot into Tampa, expecting the continuous growth, and it kind of slowed down.
Tampa does have one thing working against it, where it's a little beachy. Like obviously, like you're so
Yeah.
close to the best beaches in Florida. I feel like.
Yes,
And,
that's the crazy
But
thing.
what happens is like those beach towns start to like
Trickle out.
trickle in, so you don't get like the city feel like you should.
Insurance costs must be expensive over there too.
Yeah, so I could kind of see that.
That could be a big reason.
Because
too.
remember, they're closer to actual hurricane winds. By the time the hurricane winds come to us, we're getting twos. Basically, minimum threes and twos. They can get fours and fives over there. They get really demolished over there too because they're right next to the
Yeah.
beach.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I don't know. It's just in my mind, as long as Cali and some of these places are priced the way they're priced, I don't understand why people think we are gonna get a correction.
Nah.
Those motherfuckers
Those
need a
motherfuckers need
correction.
a whole
No.
Cali.
Yeah,
well, they are getting corrections.
good.
A lot of. So, did you hear about the mansion tax there?
Nah.
So, any property. Oh man, I don't remember the exact details. Any house, any property that is like worth more than I want to say like $2 or $5 million, something like that, is getting like a massive fucking tax put on it, property tax on it, which is like ridiculous. So it's making all the celebrities sell their properties. now.
That's the state fucking them up.
Yes. So a
That's
lot.
not the. They're not
They have-
correcting
they
the
have
market.
laws
That's
and
well.
stuff that just
That's
sucks.
correcting the market though.
Yeah,
And the reason why is because all these motherfuckers that have
are making everything so much.
all
Yeah.
all of these big celebrities they're selling all their properties.
Yeah.
And when all those massive mega houses hit the market,
Yeah.
They're not there's not that many buyers.
I feel like New York went through that during COVID. Like when our market was flying up, they were like depriving, and they had to do some things to get people to be able to live there and shit like that. But
it was crazy because I know that like a lot of celebrities, you should look into them. It's pretty crazy. Like a lot of them they lost like let's say if they bought a house for 30 million, they end up selling it for like 10 million just to get out of the property tax of it.
yeah.
So it's crazy to see. For California, it got fucked too on a lot of it, but I don't know if it I think it might have hit the mega mansions industry more than like the daily consumer industries. But I don't know, to be honest. And a lot of people are leaving and everything to California too, so that will create a surplus of inventory and everything too. So
We'll fucking see. That's it, buddies. Another episode of Pocket Watch Podcast.
Pocket watchies.
Pocket Watchies?
Pocket
I like
watchies.
that.
pocket watches.
We should come up with like a little
gay slogan.
Japanese candy called Pocket Watch.
Pocket
I'll eat
watches.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Make sure you like,
Follow.
share.
Damn it, Jacob.
You was like a second in there. You just say fast enough. You're like right on the cusp.
All right, motherfuckers.
Thank you guys
Peace
for
out.
tuning in for another week. Peace out.